Hello, it's Attorney Bose and Attorney Pat O'Brien. What's our affiliation again, Pat?
We are the Capital Crypto Law Center.
Everything crypto.
Everything crypto.
We've got this afternoon something to talk about. We've got a Tennessee couple with some Tezos staking rewards. Now, my understanding through your last lecture on the issue, Pat, was that everything that comes in is taxed as normal income. I thought until yesterday that staking rewards were taxed at the time that you received them, but I seem to be mistaken.
Well, that's the problem. We don't know if you're mistaken. There's still no clear guidance, and we might not get clear guidance on that until March of 2023. But to give a little bit of the background, there was a couple that agreed with me that, hey, I'm getting staking rewards, and as a result, I'm going to declare that as ordinary income and pay taxes on that. And they did that, in fact, in their 2018 filing. However, in 2020, they said, you know what? No, we don't think that should count as ordinary income. We believe it should not be taxed as a staking reward. And as a result, they filed an amended tax return. And they actually filed suit against the United States. And this is where things get interesting, and as always in the crypto field, a little bit murky. So the judge in the lawsuit asked the parties to attempt to come to a resolution, like the judges do all the time. And in this case, the Department of Justice stated that it was authorized to pay the taxes back to the couple, and with the statutory interest. So now we have this murky piece of information. You would argue, and reasonably so, that it's a pretty clear indicia that the US government has decided that staking rewards are not to be treated as income. But the couple has said, we don't want this to be the end of the discussion. So they rejected the offer to return the taxes, and they're asking the case go forward. And it's set to go off in 2023 in March.
So is it their position, Pat, that the staking rewards are not to be taxed at the time that they are granted?
That is exactly their position. Their position is that it should not be taxed until the income is realized.
Meaning that they sell those staking rewards.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't quite make sense. For instance, if I was to just look at my normal bank account and earning its 0.5 or 0.05% that it does, let's say that I earn $1 in the year in my bank account. The moment that I earn it, it's going to be taxed. The moment that it hits the account, it's going to be taxed. But this couple is saying the same thing happening in the crypto arena should not be. But how are they making that distinction between interest monies being earned in a normal bank account or through investments versus the crypto sphere?
The issue is money. The thing that makes crypto somewhat difficult is the fact that it is treated as property. And this is an example where treating it as property is actually problematic for the US government, because it's different than a interest-bearing account, because you have money that's getting interest and that's serving as income that can be taxed. But the United States treats crypto as a piece of property. And that's where it gets to be really interesting, because the analogy that's being utilized is like a farmer. When a farmer grows crops, let's just say a field of corn, they're not taxed. It's not viewed as income when the corn reaches maturity and is ready to be picked. It is only income when the farmer sells the property and gains that income. And the same example is being utilized, same argument is being utilized for cryptocurrency. You want to treat it as property? Fine, it's property. But if you're going to treat it like property, it has to be taxed like property. And that is it's a fascinating argument. It's a very good argument. And it's an argument that the US government has said, you know what, we're going to raise the white flag on this and just give you the back taxes. But the difficulty is they don't want to make a firm and clear statement as to what the right thing to do in a staking situation is. So we may not have an answer on that in a little bit, but that is a very strong indicator of where things are going to end up.
And where do you think that things are going to end up?
I would say that based on the fact that the US government raised the white flag on this, that it would be my expectation that they are going to eventually provide guidance that this is staking rewards are not to be treated as income. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to, in this one case, which would really serve as like a very clear, very simple, very easily established case, to then say that's not income, we're going to pay you back the taxes on that, and then come back and say yes, but staking rewards are actually income. Those two things just don't interlace at all. My expectation would be that it's going to come down that way, but we don't have a firm answer yet. So that's something you have to be very cognizant of with your tax advisor.
Fair enough. So the way that I understand it, as it stands right now, when I get staking rewards, I don't treat it as ordinary income for income tax purposes. However, when I sell those rewards, those tokens, I am going to file taxes and pay capital gains on those rewards. And what am I going to use as the basis for that when I do sell and then file my capital gains income?
And this is why some firm guidance on this would be great, because the answer to this question is, at this point, we would have to assume you would have to value those tokens that you received at 0.00 cents, valueless. And then you would take your sales price and you would then determine your capital gains from there. But obviously the amount that you're taxed on that is going to depend on how long you've had it. Have you had the token for under a year or over a year? And then you also have to take into account your income bracket.
Or how are you differentiating the Tezos that you earned as rewards for staking versus the baseline that you used staked in order to get the rewards?
I believe you have the right to choose. So you're not required to do first in, first out in this situation. It would be my view. So you can sit there, and if it's advantageous for you to say that some of the rewards you received in June are the ones you want to say that you're selling, you could do that. You could also do the first in, first out just to be for ease. But I would say that if you're going through the process of using crypto and the process of trying to make as much money off of it as possible, that you're going to want to make sure that you do the most advantageous selections when you are making your tax determinations.
As long as you are consistent in the methodology that you're using. Am I right, Pat?
Yes, sir.
All right. So there you have it, the long and short of all of the discussions online, especially CoinDesk, but covering this issue actually quite well, as if it was a very big change in policy. It's not. And I thank you for explaining it, Pat. As always, you simplify things rather well.
I try my best. It's crypto and it's the law and it's taxes. So unfortunately, it doesn't feel like anything's that simple, but we're trying our best here.
Sounds good. If people have questions, they can reach you how?
Yeah, you can reach us at capitalcryptolaw.com, or if you like Twitter, you can reach us at cryptolawdc.
Thank you, Pat. Till the next time, we cover another topic of law and crypto.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.